Child's Play is one of my favorite 1980s horror films. Although it's more of a suspense thriller rather than a straight horror movie, it's still great. The film stars with Charles Lee Ray, played by Brad Dourif, being chased by Detective Norris, played by Chris Sarandon, who also provided the speaking voice for Jack Skellington and played Jerry Dandridge in the original Fright Night. Ray is fatally shot, and as a last-ditch effort to stay alive, he transfers his soul into a good guy doll. This movie's equivalent of a Tickle Me Elmo or Furby. Later on, Andy Barclay is celebrating his birthday and receives a good guy doll. But what Andy and his mother Karen don't know is that the doll is Ray, or Chucky as he calls himself. One thing I don't really like about this movie is how the movie basically tells you straight up that Chucky is the killer. I feel it would have been more effective if the audience would start to suspect if Andy was doing the murders rather than Chucky. After all, some of Chucky's first murders as a doll are at a POV camera angle, so it would be understandable if the audience started to suspect Andy. Brad Dourif turns in a great performance as Charles Lee Ray / Chucky. The kid who plays Andy is pretty bland, but to be fair, he's a kid, and his acting got better over time. Everybody else is very solid in their roles. The kills in this film are absolutely great. Though they are somewhat simplistic, they still work. I personally like it when the kills are more over the top, because it makes the film more memorable, and it shows me something that's not really realistic. You know, like, show me something I've never seen before, like the Friday the 13th movies or Hatchet. But the kills are still very memorable. Some people might say that Child's Play is just pretty silly and a product of the times, and they may be right, but I had a lot of fun watching it. Overall, Child's Play is a very good movie. If you haven't had the chance, check it out for yourself. It's a good one.